Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I will tell you about the SKS raffle. But before starting this video I will request you to subscribe my channel. Now let's start the video. The SKS raffle Russian is the dominant system in 1945 in the semi-automatic rifles designed by the Soviet small arm designer Sergei Simovans in 1945. The SK was first produced by the Soviet Union but was later widely export of and manufactured by the various nations. It is distinguishes characteristics including the fundamental attach of the folding, bayonet and hind fixed magazine as a SKS lacks selected in the fabricability. Its magazine was limited to 10 rounds. It was the render aborts in the AK-47 in 1950. Nonetheless, SKS Calibers continued the serval system of the Soviet board and association in the second lines and reservist army unit for the disease. The SKS was manufactured aired from the in 1945 to 1958 and the lakhs of stencil in 1943 in the resulting of the total Soviet production of the about 2.5 millions. Throughout the Cold War, millions of the additional SKS carbon and their habitations in the were also manufactured under lines of the People Republic of China as well as a number of countries allied with the Eastern Bloc. The SKS experts the Western qualifications in the found of favor with insane force around the world war in the light. Handy weapon with the M1 in guerrilla and warfare, the deposit conversation limitations in the being of the 1988 millions were also sold. The civil market and North Asia's war remained popular as a hunting of sport rifles. The SKS has a convention layout was the wooden stock in the rifle grip. It is the gas operator rifle has the spring loaded bolt carrier of the gas pistols in the operating records in the work of unlock cycle. The action was gas pressure in external pressure against them. The bolt is locked and contains the pressure of inleagues at the movement of the finger by littling and downloading valve were at the rear of the being held in the lugs milled into receiver at the moment of the firing. The bolt carrier of the published rewarded with the cause of lift bolt in the unlocking and it is along in the carried of rewarded against spring. It is allowed this the cause of to eject in the new round as the magazine of the carried into the chamber of the S key represent in the intermediate step of processing towards the development of the true association rifles being the shorter in the less power than the semi-automatic in the rifles that the produce of the such as the civilization but being longer of the AK series of rebel which replace as the result of has been slightly higher puzzle and variations those arms of the replace. It is the SKS contents of the internal box magazine can be loaded either of the hand from the stipple clips in the categories of storage and magazine can be removed by pulling back of the later located from in the tower guarded of the floor in the magazine and along in the round of fall out. In typically military of triple in the clips of disposable if necessary they can be reloaded multiple times of the refuse while earlier in the models had spring the loaded firing picks in the held of pin away from the category premises until stock in the action of farmer. Most variation of the SKS have a free floating in the 5 ping within the bottle. Because this is design care must be taken during cleaning, especially after long strong packed in the simulations lines of the ensure that the firing pin in the freely move of the does not sting in the forward position in the with the bolt. SKS firing pins in the stock and in the former position have been known to cause of additionally similar in the target and the often without in the being flockily locked. This behavior is less than likely within the hard primer in the military specific ammo from which of the SKS design but the but as with the raffle users use in the properly maintained from firms in the for collectors slam fair in the all over the more likely in the bottle stills in the remains of the comprehensive feeding spring movement at the triangular in cross section with the only one way of properly insert in the notes of the familiar slam also result in the spring pin of interested in one of the other two orientations is in most variators in the models being the boast in expectation the barrels in chrome lined from increase wear to heat the tolerance from sustenance in the raffle of conditions in located in premise crosses ammunition as well as facilities cleansing chrome from the living common of the military rifles. Although condition prevention effect its practical equality a rifle of type is limited. The front side has a hooded post, the rear side of the open nothing types which the adults evaluations also make the genuine in the ears the train attached in the moving of the elevation slide to the near railed and far off the two will go as the valuation side from within fingers in underproof lights conditions while the older of is not all military SKS and have been bound attached to the understand the barrels which extended in the re retracted in the spring, loaded and hing, both held of the speak bite in the were produced. Spring bite in were used in 1944 and in 1949 in the role Russia of SKS 45, the Chinese type of 56 and from in 1946 onward it was the Ablame's model in 556 in the yogurts made in the variations of only SKS model as with an internal graduation launching in the attachment. I hope you guys to enjoy this video. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Take care. Allah Hafiz.